flawed. Last time when they did this, they went for a Grok ban as well after the Minotaur. But they go for something different this time. They go for the Novaria ban instead.
They want the Feramis from Clockun. They want to take that Netherrealm away and try to utilize it better, it seems, for Evos. Do they ban another assassin, or do they just... Mathilda technically is still up for grabs. We know how scary the Akai-Mathilda combo can be as well, so no export.
I think they're really trying to bank on getting a strong winning EXP lane. You know, Fluffy was a big factor in Game 1. He wasn't in Game 2. With the Yuzong right now, he wants to be a lot more aggressive. And I think they're just trying to make sure that Ludpi can't really match him. But the Paquito, by the way, is still available. It's going to be a bit of a skill matchup against the Yuzong, but it's something that Onic can definitely consider here if they want to try and get Ludpi in an aggressive mode again.
Oh! Alright, they pick up the CC. By the way, what happened to Masha? Where did Masha go?
The changes of Masha made her very much more reliant on extra HP as well, and damage just purely. So like the base damage got nerfed a bit. The scaling got readjusted, increased. They adjusted that, so it is tougher to pull off the Masha, especially on roll.
Early game.
Yeah, but and you can actually expect the XP a bit more than the roll. That's why we did see it from Luke after the patch.
I see.
But on roam, it has not found a lot of success after the patch.
So without Masha in the picture, the CC does get picked up for Onic. No flex into the gold lane like we saw in a different tournament. But Evos go for the Vexana. Crowd control damage, and the Franco actually comes through for Dreams in the final game of this series.
Interesting. Yuzong, Vexana, Franco. You pull someone in, you counter-engage with the Eternal Guard. This is kind of how Evos likes to play it. That's their template going into a game. For Onic now, what is this, the final pick here? The surprise that can ruin the plans of Evos. I feel like they need like another counter-engage, right? You have to counter the counter-engage almost. But Onic, they're known to just go for very unorthodox solutions.
So what is their solution? Akai jungle? Akai roam? Are we gonna see a different jungler choice here?
Are we gonna see I don't know if it's possible, an assassin?
Against the Franco?
Yeah, it sounds crazy. Okay,
Oh.
it is too crazy. They go for the Kadita here for Keyboy. So, Akai jungle, okay.
Alright, Kai jungle. And that's a great option technically right here. Of course, the Franco can still be a problem, but if anyone else than the Akai gets engaged on, then that heavy speed can really stop the whole momentum of Evos. And their composition right now, Evos, are very reliant on their ultimates. So this engage becomes something that's very useful for Onic.
But I'm wondering whether or not this Kadita will work the same way. Sure, it should be able to punish the Natan the same way it did in game number 1, but against a Fredrin, who is a little bit more sustainable as compared to the Lancelot, it's a big question for me, because I think one of the ways that they found success in game number 2 was the way that they were able to kind of hinder the farming patterns from Annabelle. And let's see if they can do it again. The conclusion to this best of 3 series, Onic have successfully forced this game number 3. Will this be their redemption arc? As we jump into the Land of Dawn for the final time for both of these teams in the regular season of MPLID Season 13.
The final bets for the main characters. Can they make it work? With 2 Purifiers on Brand and Clockun, that's a very dangerous situation to be in. Engaging on a team with a Vexana, with a Purify, means that the Vexana can purify the initial engage and then terrify the engager. So Keyboy, as well as Ludpi, who wants to really go forward, they have to be careful not to get stuck in the middle of a sticky situation. And looking at the emblems here by GamesMax, see the clear priority for Annabelle with the Concussive Blast. And Kyrie as well, going with the Inspire here. He wants to have as many spells as possible, because against Evos, every single spell will count. You have to force them to be in bad situations.
And so the show is on the other foot here. We can see Dreams being a lot more of the aggressor than Keyboy. here in game number 3. And the fact is, so far, Keyboy has been forced to try and cover Kyrie. And Annabelle has been left completely free to his own devices. Level 4 already as compared to Kyrie, who just got to that level 2. But we do see that Annabelle is a little bit ahead. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going.
Whoa, by the way, it's QC on Lutpi on the CC, not the Brave Smite. Interesting. I think this is the first time I've seen QC for CC in MPLID.
The damage from Kyrie though. Lutpi with the QC, he's going to be a bit more maneuverable, which I think is going to be critical in this kind of game with a lot of like back and forth. And by the way, Brent's on the Tacity. He is respecting the potential for Onic, so he doesn't go for the Bargain Hunter that we usually see him on when he's confident he's going to win the matchup. When he's confident that the trio mid will be able to get enough space for him to really get a winning lane.
Oh, an Iron Hook by Dreams, but he's not level 4 just yet. Can't go for the Bloody Hunt. Stolen Eternal Guard as Black Dragon Form gets used up to the back as well. Good Terrify to Kyrie, but he still has a heavy spin. Will be able to lock Annabelle down as he claims the turtle for himself. Annabelle now falling. First blood for Onic. Lutpi in the backside, zoning Dreams away as Fluffy goes for the Dragon Tail. One more hit should do it, but Lutpi just gets out. Onic 2-for-0 start.
Again, the great controlled chaos for Onic right there. When they are grouping together, then Clocken can be so disruptive and can do a lot more damage. But right there, he was just zoned away by Lutpi. So overall in the fight, it's almost like there's two fronts happening at the same time. And that's where Onic is just pushing their advantage. Kyrie on the Akai actually isn't falling too far behind from Annabelle, and that's a bad sign for Evos.
Yeah, it looks like CW is also doing quite well in that particular lane as well. Even with the babysitting coming in from Dreams, CW has been able to go for the punish. Meanwhile, with Kyrie now being a level ahead. Oh, Keyboy is so annoying. He doesn't get it. But that does put and set the tempo, right? That they need to be wary of Keyboy's positioning.
Ooh.
But he gets it.
Iron Hook into the Bloody Hunt, into the Appraiser's Wrath. Annabelle definitely felt satisfied with that one.
That's the punish coming through.
That's a great usage from Evos, but look at this heavy spin from Kyrie.
CW taunted there, has a sprint, pops it, a blazing duet. Kyrie brings Dreams all the way back. Purified baited out from Brands as Sands takes that Eternal Guard and connects it onto Brands. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Lutpi, wow, zoning and almost taking Fluffy down in the solo kill. Annabelle with a Retribution to get out.
For Onic though, still, later on that Iron Hook is gonna be a threat, as it always is. But for now, they're still getting Kyrie in a good spot. CW also doing relatively well despite the fact that Evos have been sending members to that gold lane to try and slow him down. And whoa, Keyboy, risky plays right here.
Oh, entropy. Oh, first rough waves from Keyboy, still has the Petrify.
Good get out. Kyrie, level 7, Annabelle on the same level as well. Keyboy already in position to find a knock-up onto Annabelle, giving Kyrie a little bit more. Let's see if he's able to do it.
There you go, full heavy spin, zoning him away and picking up the turtle for free again. 2 neutral objectives for Onic.
I think Evos have to wait for a few more items. They need to be able to guarantee a full-on follow-up, a full-on burst when they do get someone with the Iron Hook, because otherwise it's going to be different. But look at this.
Wow, Breath of the Ocean popped in. CW now with Blazing Duet. Petrify connects on the Brands. No Purify for him. It was still on cooldown. And the Claude is online now. 2 kills for Chewe.
Yep, a 0 trade in for Evos. That interaction was actually quite interesting. He goes in for the suppress, but wait a minute, Lachlan. Is he going to be able to escape? He does, but he does receive a lot of damage. He's going to be forced to go for a recall, and that means that Onic will have a say in the tower in that top side. Brands is on the way there, but he has to be careful with Keyboy. Always prowling, always looking in for that opportunity as he goes for it. See, again, he's always there. I think Dreams knows going to be zoned out. But now Onic, they focus on the turret in the mid lane.
Straight up, going for that turret. Ooh, oh, Keyboy punished now with the rough waves as well. Annabelle, Retribution to taunt down onto Kyrie and the Eternal Guard as well. Kyrie still has the heavy spin, won't be able to pop it as Fluffy jumps in with the Fury's Dive. Will not be able to find anything though. Onic back away, they disengage. Dreams still hovering. No, he doesn't go for another Iron Hawk.
It's crazy how Onic is playing so aggressively when their only real defensive tool is the heavy spin. They're banking on that being everything to try and stop Evos when they are actually going for a fight. Even CW on the Claude, no Purify, instead of going for the sprint.
Dreams.
Oh, Vengeance there for Ludwig, still able to escape for a bit. Oh, that's a big bonk. To take him down.
So back to your point, Arashi.
Exactly. No real defensive tools for both Ludwig or CW. They're just banking on the 5-man coordination there for Kyrie to be able to serve multiple functions here to try and go for the neutral objective, but also to guarantee security. And that is what is allowing Keyboy to try and make sneaky moves like this.
Oh, he actually dodges away as well there. And the Curse Blast. So the Conceal is still intact. Keyboy with the position. Kyrie holding on to it, taunted up. Now the Black Dragon comes to the back line. 3 members clumping up together, but the heavy spin will lock him down. And also the Helm of the Breath of the Ocean in the rough waves. Kyrie secures it again. The Furious Dive dodged away from CW. Wreaking havoc now with the Battle Mirror image in towards the front. Dream's gonna be dove on. That's an Iron Hook, but Lumpy tanks it up. Oh, Brands looks for the kill. One last shot. Lumpy plays it good. Now in the mid lane, they get it. The 2-man taunt, a 3-man taunt on the Brazer's Wrap. But Onic are unkillable. CW literally with just a pixel of HP left. Kyrie wants to go for this purple buff. Does he have the retribution? No, he doesn't. So Annabelle, Clocken, and Brands will be able to take it.
Onic are serious this game. Uh-oh.
Oh, is it enough?
Potential pick?
Petrify and Keyboy. Yes, it was all worth, he says, as he takes the XP laner down.
A 1-for-1 trade, and it looks like Brands finally gets in that Starlium. How far is he from that power spike, Arashi?
One more item if he wants to go for the immediate Holy Crystal. But from the looks of it, with the frontliners from the side of Onic, technically, only Kyrie is going to be itemizing in a more defensive manner. Ludwig is actually doing a bit more aggressive, so he can go for it, but it's going to leave him a lot more vulnerable, so that's a give and take he has to consider. I'm more surprised that Keyboy was able to just delete Fluffy immediately when he only has the Blood Wings, showing you again the strength of the kit of the Kadira. Now Onic backing away, waiting for the right moment. They can't be as carelessly walking into the jungle of Evos. They don't want to get comboed in the middle of a crowded jungle where everything is a choke point.
I mean, that's the value of the Rupture, right, in his emblem kit that Keyboy went with. So despite him going for a semi-aggressive, semi-sustained build, he does still have that damage going through. Whoa, Fluffy. Okay, I thought he was going to commit to that.
Yeah.
Dreams looks like he's looking for an opening with his Iron Hook. Doesn't really find one just yet, but either way, 9 minutes in, Onic hold in that gold lead, and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. CW's already at his power spike, so even if Onic want to force a trade here, Annabelle still wants to go for the contest.
Does look like it, even though the level down. Dreams throws an Iron Hook. Doesn't find anyone in that bush, and Onic reset it again. Playing with the waves.
Look at Keyboy though, just setting up a tent near the purple buff of Evos, just in case Annabelle's making a play, but now Onic, oh, they pull the trigger.
Onto Annabelle, that's a heavy spin to pin him down, and the burst as well. Not the burst, just pure DPS. It was slow but painful, his death. A yo-yo and some shots, and say goodbye to the Lord. No Annabelle, no contest.
That's insane, man. Eventually they'll get taken off, but whoa,
Bloody Hunt. Wow, what? Still gets the rough waves on. He tapped it before the Bloody Hunt was even used up. Then he gets out. Now Sans in the front gets the Blood Wings. It pops and he gets movement speed on top of the QC.
We see a lot of recalls coming in from Sans, but not so much from Keyboy. So the fact that he's going for that now, he's that confident that they can actually take this game.
That's crazy though. I mean, that interaction, I thought he was toast, diving into 3 members, but Keyboy gets out now with the Lord. And no Onic, ooh, playing unafraid of Dreams at all right here. Even though, again, it's one of his signature heroes, they're just approaching it like it's another Tuesday.
CW has Malefic Roar, by the way.
Gonna mean that even the tankiest members from Evos, especially Annabelle, that has been the target whenever there's gonna be a neutral objective contest, he's gonna be just shut down again and again unless Evos are the ones who get the initial play.
Oh, that's an Iron Hook onto Sans. Say goodbye to Sans. A great hook from Dreams. That might have saved some of these base turrets for Evos. Onic instantly backing away. A Black Dragon from the zone them to give Clockun and Brands enough space to clear out the waves, and there you go. Good defense. A Terrified. 3-man Eternal Guard too. No follow-up though. Dreams. With the conceal. Now an Iron Hook. Kyrie with a heavy spin. Now pinning Clockun down as Lippy jumps in forward. Now with a heavy spin to disengage. Oh! Terrified up, not able to find the rough waves and gets shot down by Brands. Lippy running away, but Dreams has the Iron Hook. Lippy dodges away from it. 2 members, Keyboy and Sans down. Fluffy traded in for it.
Keyboy and Brands right now are both trying to save up for the Holy Crystal, but Keyboy actually gets to it first. Brands shouldn't be too far off away from it. And now you're seeing again that in the late game, the Iron Hook always becomes an X factor, and Dreams is looking for another one.
Zoning, Brands, Entropy. And then they back up.
And despite the fact that Onic have been steering this game left and right, there you go, Brands Holy Crystal. Onic need to respect the damage now coming through from Evos. Clockun already mashing up in those items. Brands already has the Holy Crystal, so that damage needs to be respected. Finally, we get a little bit more information. 3 items in for Brands.
For Brands, that is the power spike. There's going to be a lot of burst available to him if they do land a big Iron Hook into a Bloody Hunt combo. For Clockun though, he was going for the glowing one immediately. Instead of going for something like an enchanted talisman to spam out more spells, he just went for the Winter Truncheon that will allow him to survive from the pick of potential coming in from Keyboy, which it's a defensive item, but it also allows him to be a bit more aggressive in his positioning so that he can actually move up and do damage. Keyboy there looking for a bit of a cheeky one-shot. But with the Holy Crystal, I think he is definitely something to take note of for the side of Evos.
Even for Annabelle, right? Level 13 still compared to Kyrie at level 15, a 2-level difference. And yet it looks like Evo still wants to go for the contest. Look at Fluffy and his positioning.
Look at Dreams and his positioning. The Iron Hook connects. That's the Bloody Hunt. That's the lockdown on Keyboy. But look at the Lord. It's still very, very low. Annabelle's looking for an opportunity. Dashes forward. Now as Kyrie goes in for a heavy spin, but gets knocked up as well. Clockun! He steals the Lord! Fluffy gets taken down and Praise was battle the Lippy as he pops to the Vengeance, and now he's going to be Sans in the back. Looking for an Eternal Guard. He fights 2! But one has Winter Truncheon. Brands the Entropy. Winter Truncheon as well to dodge away from the Iron Hook right now as Kyrie jumps in back. CW still has some damage in his kit. Evo's Glory. That's their way back.
Wow, just on the back of that play, a beautiful hook in from Dreams. The follow-up was spectacular. And then you have Clockun out of nowhere being able to take the Lord, completely turning this around. That gold lead, it means nothing compared to the pressure, the map pressure that Evos now control. But CW, very quick on it, gonna be able to just burst down that Lord. They're unable to push it. Wait a minute.
Annabelle, a bit too aggressive. And they haven't even taken a mid lane turret just yet. The minions will do it though, luckily for Evos. That's a Divine Glaive for Brands. Are they at their power spike?
For Brands, that is definitely the case. Maybe one more defensive item in his arsenal if he really wants to be able to even find a safe area in these fights. But Onic, man, wow. Everything really went well for Evos right in that Lord engagement. The fact that they were able to find Keyboy, the fact that Kyrie was knocked up by the Lord. Fortunately for him, he was already in the heavy spin, so Annabelle couldn't go for the retry, but Clockun, with the higher burst potential, was able to secure it. That's the difference between Evos and Onic. A lot of burst damage for Evos. For Onic, a lot of it is DPS, slow and painful, like we were talking about earlier. With Sans picking up the Lightning Truncheon, though, you can expect him to be playing a bit more assassin-like. He has more burst damage available if he does want to just go in and get out after outputting like a splash of damage to Clockun or Brands.
A very slow game, as we can see, and this slow game is actually getting really scary for Onic. Early on, Evos might not have had that hook instant delete button. But now they do. Now they have Brands practically dealing true damage with the Divine Glaive. He pops into Entropy, and Dreams gets a hook. That guy's going down. Oh, I thought it was gonna happen on cue, but no, it's still very chill.
The caster call, you know, on cue like we saw in game number 2, when we were talking about Annabelle and Keyboy one-shotting him. There's still pressure around the map though, more turrets. So as long as the guy who gets hooked is Kyrie, technically they can still kind of get out of it. That's the problem for Onic though. They can't just walk around with Kyrie in the front because he's also the main jungler, the guy that needs to be around to go for these neutral objectives. Evos though, they're positioning on the other side of the map right here with 6 seconds to go. Interesting.
Which is why this Lord Dance is just going to be that much more interesting.
Oh wait, hey, Entropy. Already used by Brands on the top side.
It's like 10 seconds though for a late game with his items.
Should be quick. Kyrie, it doesn't look like they're going to try and burst it. Keyboy's looking for a proper position. Look at the 3-man from Evos over there. Fluffy, Dreams, are they looking for a pick here? Do they know Sans is in that bush?
Do they know where Dreams is, right? Yeah. Oh, does he get spotted by the minions? I think he did. Ooh. Very close call. Kyrie with a headbutt onto Annabelle. The Iron Hook not connecting. Keyboy now. The concealed cancel. Eternal Guard by Annabelle as he taunts it up. He sets up for the brilliant Eternal Guard. He praises back, dodge away from this Fluffy, goes in for the deep dive in the back. Lucky with the Vengeance now able to dash away from the Cursed Blast. Oh, both teams disengaged. That was close.
Again, another reset here. Lutfi forced to go for the recall, but so did Annabelle. And now he's back.
Oh,
Keyboy?
Oh wow. Uncharacteristically a bit premature almost. Let's go play towards Dreams, right? Delete that pickup potential, and now Onic.
They're looking for Annabelle, terrified now, knocked up in Breath of the Ocean. They go on to him, Sun steals the bloody hunt. Kyrie going for the Retribution, he needs to get it, and he does. Now it's an all-out fight into the back line, but Brands is still free hitting. CW jumping back to the battle mirror, image of the Breath of the Ocean knocks Brands up to disengage. Onic with the evolved, or still enhanced Lord at this point of the game.
But that was clean. They go for a 1-for-1 trade for both junglers, but Onic find the value because they have the Lord on their side.
That's the Akai utility coming in so clutch. Unfortunate for Evos, they lost Annabelle so early on. He got caught there, overestimating his tankiness in the face of a late game Onic comp. He has the Radiant armor and the Blade armor, so he's trying to itemize for the long fight, and still, it's a bit too difficult. Keyboy
dives in deep, that's a Purify instantly, but the damage still comes through! Keyboy finds Brands! That might just be the pick to get it! Clockwood with the winner truncheon. Dreams with the immortality, CW with the blazing duet, and Annabelle with a big bomb on the Lutfi, but it's not going to be enough to take him down. Sans with the splash of damage. Evo somehow still able to defend. Dreams hovering over, going for the Iron Hook, not connecting. CW now dishing some damage, dodging away from the Terrify of Clockwood. Fluffy diving deep and finds the kill with a Dragon Tail on Lutfi. Now Kyrie with a heavy spin, bringing Annabelle back onto CW, and Sans who takes him down. Dreams, Fluffy, and Claw to defend. Kyrie going to the bottom lane with CW and Sans. Picks up the base turret slowly but surely, looking for an angle to look for the game end. Kyrie with a headbutt, CW blazing duet. Oh! A Terrify into the furious dive. Kyrie still in the midst of it all now, an immortality bomb by CW as he buys a Rose Gold Meteor as well. Finds the kill onto Dream. Sans still able to survive for a bit, but now Brands is back online. Fluffy, furious dive, locking forward a kill onto Kyrie, but he goes for the headbutt, for the body slam, and also the retry to take Fluffy out.
That lasted so long. But at the end, at the very end of it, the White Tigers are able to defend, being able to buy enough time for Brands to come back online and clear out these waves. That was so brilliant. But did you see the minor adjustments from Onic? Sans bought in the Holy Crystal to deal out more damage in order for them to try and look for an end. But he instead received too much damage, and then he had to go for a recall.
Oh, well, that happened. I think Keyboy able to steal away the purple buff from Annabelle. Looking lonely there without his buff. But yes, it turned out the adjustments there, the item swaps from everyone from Onic. They were trying to make that moment a decisive one. And to be fair, they got all the base turrets, so the macro, it was really difficult for Evos going up against a heavy spin. But now with no base turrets, Onic will have even more space and even more opportunities technically for Keyboy to look for those moments. Man, the fact that he started everything by just deleting Brands, that cannot happen. I think Brands definitely is considering maybe a change in the items. He went for the Rose Gold, but we'll have to see if that will be enough.
Welcome to the Rumble in the Jungle, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta give it to both of these teams. Onic still unable to end the game in the 21st minute, but Evos also not letting it slip. Constantly being able to defend. You'd think that with bronze off the board, with their main damage dealer, their main win condition, in the 21st minute of the game would have smelled like the end for them. But Evos say no, they stay strong, they stay versatile, and they stay stoic. And now it's yet another Lord dance for both of these teams.
It's just the clumping nature of Onic. Again, you see this, like the kill squad just bundling through. If they stick close together for too long, Clocken can do a lot of damage. He is also full build at this point. That was one of the bigger factors. But look at this
they
play!
get him.
Bloody hunt into the Eternal Guard. Still able to survive for now, and Kyrie actually pops in a heavy spin just in time. Terrify onto Annabelle, pinned down by the heavy spin, and the Brazer's Wrath dodged away from the CW. As the Eternal Guard from Sans gets placed out of the back line. Annabelle loses immortality as the Black Dragon form gets used up. An Iron Hook now back on the Lutpi. Pops in a Vengeance just in time, but it will be still demolished down. Entropy forward, Lutpi now taken out. Sans caught in the Furious Dive, but is still able to flicker out as Fluffy now will be taken out by CW. Then he dodges away from the Curse Blast. 1-for-1, Fluffy for Lutpi.
A clutch go away from the side of Sans as well to be able to deny that Iron Hook from landing.
Annabelle, he went in all alone. He tried to get vision, and he could not do anything against the burst of Onic.
And this is a different story now. Sans goes back in, dishes out that damage, being able to zone 2 members away, being able to zone Bronze,
Entropy.
of all people, with the Entropy. And that is going to be another Lord in the hands of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a great Lord take and a great punish. It looked like for a while Evos got the better of Onic there with the pickoff, but Onic equalized, and now with 2 members down, can Evos defend?
10 seconds on Fluffy. Sans in the back. Eternal Guard knocking Brands up. Oh my goodness! Gila Sans finds Brands, and everybody is there to follow it up. A desperate Winter Truncheon, a desperate Purify, and Immortality buy from Clockgun. Phenomenal stuff, but even better from Onic. Reverse sweep, the Sky King stomp the White Tigers down.
The redemption arc is complete for the defending champions of MPLID Season 12. They were able to take down Aura, they were able to take down Rebellion, they were able to take down Dewa, and finally Evos gets ticked as one of the boxes on their list. The final performance from both of these teams definitely was not disappointing. Evos was also spectacular, honestly, with the way that they played. But unfortunately, they do have to still bow down to Onic.